Hi, Gino Pettis Adventures. I'm still Gino. Still my adventures. It's the first day of the rest of your life, guys, girls. And I've been getting some flack lately. From people that aren't as old as Bill and I and Bill and Bill and Bill. I've been getting some flack lately too about online dating. And how it's just a bunch of women out there ready to rob you. All of that is just not true. All of that is just not true. In the United States of America in 1950, 22% of the country was not married. Why? Stay-at-home moms, maybe? The man worked, mama took care of the kids, everything went along well, and they worked as a team and figured it out. I don't know. Sounds good to me. Today, there's 118 million single people in these United States of America, which comes up to about, it said 43%. It's double. And a lot of those people just aren't even looking. And then I read another article, and the other article goes about how the men in the United States are just getting their butts whipped by the modern woman, and don't know what to do about it. I'll tell you what to do about it. Don't try to date an American modern woman to just get your butt whipped. I did. Many times. Many times. So that's when I started looking elsewhere. That's when I started looking in Colombia. And I think what it all boils down to, I hear a lot of people going, well, those women in Colombia are just trying to get out of the country into the United States. Au contraire. It's old guys like me that have had our butt kicked and want to do something about it, and we're trying not to be lonely, and wanted a ticket to Colombia. I got a ticket to Colombia. Bill got a ticket to Colombia. The other Bill got a ticket to Colombia. And most of the people I talk to that are married to Colombians, that's the way it was. We don't want any more cheese in America. We just want it out of the trap. Okay? So, that being said, I got some advice for you young guys. Number one, we've been getting beat up in the comment section because we're just talking about older people that are retiring on fixed incomes. Well, older people that are retiring on fixed incomes are in a world of trouble in the United States. And I think I mentioned this in another episode, where in Pahrump, Nevada, which I'll correct it, is 69 miles south of Las Vegas, a friend of mine has a retirement community that he builds houses for. The average cost for a mortgage is $1,900 a month. The average Social Security payment in these United States is around $1,000. No, maybe less. I'm not real sure. So you got a bunch of old guys like me out there, and you got a bunch of older ladies like me out there that are getting their butts kicked, living by themselves, starving to death, having a really hard time. So let me ask you this. Why wouldn't you try to change? I guess a lot of it is that people just don't know that there's an alternative out there. You younger guys, the problem is, and younger women, is unless you're a digital nomad or a YouTuber or have some kind of income, a teacher, you can't go to Colombia. If you don't have an income, you can't go to Colombia and find a Colombian wife and work at a job in Colombia. You will starve to death. Well, number one, they won't let you in the country. Because you either have to be married to a Colombian, or you have to have a retirement, or you have to have enough money to be an investor. And if you have all that, then you're good. You're good to go. Yes, sir. Hoo-yah. But if you're 20 to 50 and you're single and you don't have a job, sorry, buddy, you're screwed. You gotta look at that really close. So the reason I try to help old guys like me is we already had our butts kicked. And if we were 20 years old and were single and didn't have any money, we went and got a job. There are a plethora of jobs here in these United States. And not $16 an hour jobs. There's $20 an hour jobs. There's $50 an hour jobs. Learn how to weld. Learn how to sling a hammer. Get dirty. Makes more money than sitting on a phone. Looking at the phone. Guarantee you that. And the challenge is, gentlemen, the American woman is a different animal. The American woman will rip your heart out and call foul when there was no foul. I am not saying that the Colombian women are perfect. Far be it from me. But they have a different mindset. In these United States, we kick our elders to the curb. We kick them to the curb. In Colombia, they take care of them to the best of their ability. And they don't kick them to the curb. Now, if they're out of control, if they have Alzheimer's and they can't control them and it's really bad, yes, they will. But sometimes not even then. So I think I've been spinning in some circles here, but let's just wrap it back up again. Bring it around on the guitar. There's a lot of single people in these United States. And you're going to find it really difficult. Well, I don't know, man. I'll look for 50, 60 years. And there's a lot of good women out there. But when push comes to shove, it's the rare find that'll be standing by your back or by your side. And if you get one of those, you damn sure better keep her. And you better not be a butt, because it takes two to tango. Now, you can go down and get a Colombian woman and be an asshole and lose her too. So you got to take a real good look in the mirror. You have to communicate. Hello? One of the main gripes of the modern woman is that you guys from 20 to 45 can't communicate. I don't know. I can communicate with anybody. I communicate with a rock. I communicate with a camera all the time. So anyway, people live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. So what I'm saying is, I'll give you a story. This gentleman was up on the mountain and it was snowing and he ran across a rattlesnake. And she said, Mister, put me in your shirt, take me down to the valley so I don't die and freeze to death. And he goes, no, you're a rattlesnake, you'll bite me. And she goes, no, I won't. So he finally succumbed to her begging and whining, and he took her down to the valley, and she gets down there, and they both get warmed up, and she bites him in the stomach, and he throws her away. And he goes, why did you bite me? You told me you wouldn't bite me. And she goes, yeah, but you knew what I was when you picked me up. So pay attention. Pay attention. If you're a young man, there are good women. There's some good women. There's got to be good women in these United States. We didn't make these United States not having good women. But the modern woman is a different egg. And if you want some old school stuff, you're not getting it in the United States. Well, if you are, I don't know where to find it. I don't know where to find it. So, that being said, ladies, you need to change a little. Gentlemen, you do too. If you want to make it work here in the United States. If not, and you want to go to Colombia, or you want to go to another Latin American country, you have to have income on a regular basis. You cannot be broke, single, and living on somebody's couch and find a good woman in Colombia. Oh, you can find her, but ain't happening. And you old guys out there, I know you've all had your butts kicked. You're not dumb. We came from good stock, man. There are great women in Colombia. Actually, all the expatriates I know are expatriates because they married a Colombian woman. And they lived in the States for a while, and then they lived in Colombia for a while, and they lived in the States for a while. And where are they all now? In Colombia. Why? Because number one, you can afford to live in Colombia. You can afford to live well in Colombia. The women, I asked my wife, let's go do, I forget what we were going to do. And she says, don't worry about it. Where the ocean goes, the beach follows. Where the ocean goes, the beach follows. Are you kidding? And it's true. I mean, she gets angry at me sometimes just because I'm an old curmudgeon. But she hugs me up when we go to bed. Try that on in the States, see how that works for you. Used to be 50% of all the marriages ended in divorce. I think it's higher than that now. But regardless, about 60% of us are still married in the States. 40% are single or living with somebody. About 9% living with somebody. So just remember, if you want a good woman, you got to be a good man first. You got to look in the right places. You're not picking one up at the honky tonk on Saturday night drinking shots, I guarantee you. They never did that. Oh, that's a good time for about, what are you going to do Tuesday? What are you going to do Tuesday? So, I know this is an old man's rant. Listen, old man. I'm an old man. I have the privilege of ranting and telling you young guys, step up your game. If you want to come to Colombia, you have to have an income, a stable income. If you want to work in the United States and have a stable income, you can still court. If you look that word up in the dictionary, in case you don't know what it means, you can still court a Colombian woman. And you can still go down and find her. And you can still go down and fall in love with her. And then you can bring her up here on a visa and live happily ever after in these United States with a Colombian woman. A lot of ways to skin a cat, boys and girls. And you ladies out there, God bless you. God bless you. I know you're struggling too. I know you're struggling too. And I don't know much about Colombian men. They're real macho and they can be butts. But I'm sure the same applies. You could probably find a pretty good one on LatinAmericanCupids.com. I don't know. Worth a try. Can't hurt. So, ladies and gentlemen, old guys, old gals, God bless you all. I really pray that you find somebody. It took me 60 years. That did. Took Bill 70. But we are happy campers. And we are happy campers, and we are living well, and we are living life large. And I'll just stop now. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. Look at your life today, and if nothing changes, it will be the same in 5 years. In some of you, that's okay. And in some of you, that's pretty ugly. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. And if you didn't, well, you didn't. But like it, subscribe, share it with a friend, and come see the next one. Be sure and hit the notification bell so you'll see the next time the old guy's on the camera. Gino is signing out. We will see you on the flip side.